Hello, my rubber hearts. Welcome back to another episode on all things rubber. Have you ever wondered why running has become more efficient and athletes are faster? Are they taking performance enhancers that don't show up on test? Or is there another explanation? Well, my rubber heart, about the very ground flight of stairs. One day you're running on solid ground, the next it's a muddy mess. Talk about inconsistent. But then along came the cinder track. Made from burned wood ash, these tracks were a game changer in the early 1900s. They drained better and provided a more uniform surface. But let's be real, my rubber hearts, they weren't perfect. Rain turned them into mud pits, and dry weather made them dustier than your grandma's attic. Now, here is where things get exciting. The 1960s rolled around, and with them came a revolution in track surfaces. Enter synthetic rubber tracks. The 1960s Olympics saw so many world records shattered. The rubber revolution has begun. But wait, there's more. The success of tartan tracks sparked a wave of innovation. In the 70s and 80s, we saw the rise of tracks made with ethylene propylene diene monomer, or EPDM, rubber. Try saying that 5 times fast. These tracks were tough as nails and performed like a dream. Now, let's talk about shoes, because you can have a great track without great kicks to match it. The late 19th century saw the birth of plimsolls, the first running shoes with rubber soles. They were basic, sure, but they were a start. Fast forward to the 1920s, and companies like Adidas were stepping up their game, producing specialized athletic shoes with improved rubber soles. But the real revolution that came in the 1970s with the running boom. Picture this. It's 1974 and Nike drops the waffle trainer. This shoe had a rubber outsole with a waffle-like knobs that provided grip like you wouldn't believe. It was like having tiny rubber hands on your feet, grabbing the track with every step. Genius. The 80s and 90s saw even more advancements. We're talking air-infused rubber and gel cushioning systems. A6 came out with the gel technology, and suddenly running felt like bouncing on clouds. These innovations weren't just about comfort, they were about enhancing shock absorption and energy return. Every step became more efficient and more powerful. But let's get back to the tracks for a moment. As we entered the late 20th and early 21st centuries, we saw the rise of monolithic track systems. These babies were poured in place, creating a seamless, uniform surface that was smoother than a freshly waxed car. Materials like full depth polyurethane with embedded rubber granules became the gold standard. And speaking of gold standard, let's talk Olympics again. The 2016 Rio Games featured the Mondo Track WS. This track combined vulcanized rubber with a three-dimensional woven backing. It was like running on a high-tech trampoline, optimizing energy return and traction like never before. Now, my rubber hearts, we're in the 21st century and things are getting wild. We are not just talking about rubber anymore. We are talking about advanced polymers and carbon fiber. Nike's Vaporfly series introduced carbon fiber plates sandwiched between foam layers. It's like putting a springboard in your shoe. The impact? Long distance running records started fading like dominoes. Marathoners were crossing finish lines with times that seemed impossible just a few years earlier. It sparked debate about technological advantages, but one thing was clear: running would never be the same. Now, let's break it down with some numbers, because who doesn't love a good statistic? Since the introduction of synthetic tracks and advanced shoe technology, we've seen some mind blowing improvements. For example, in sprinting, the men's 100-meter world record has dropped from 10.06 seconds in 1968 to a blistering 9.58 seconds set by the lightning fast Usain Bolt in 2009. Marathon times? Hold on to your hats. In the 1960s, the men's world record was just under 2 hours and 10 minutes. Fast forward to 2022, and Eliud Kipchoge smashed that with a time of 2 hours and 1 minute. That's right, we're knocking on the door of a sub 2 hour marathon. So, what does it all mean, my rubber hearts? It means that the integration of rubber and advanced polymers into running tracks and shoes has been nothing short of revolutionary. From the first tartan track in 1968 to the carbon plated shoes of today, these materials have given athletes the tools to push the boundaries of human performance. It's not just about faster times or broken records. It's about reduced injury rates, increased efficiency, and allowing athletes to train harder and longer. It's about making the sport more accessible and enjoyable for everyone, from Olympic champions to weekend warriors. As we look to the future, who knows what innovations we'll see? Maybe tracks that adapt to each runner's stride, or shoes that mold perfectly to your feet with each step. The possibilities are endless as a loop around the track. So, the next time you lace up your running shoes or watch a track event, take a moment to appreciate the incredible journey of rubber in running. From those early cinder tracks to today's high tech performance surfaces, from basic plimsolls to carbon fiber super shoes, rubber has been there every step of the way, pushing us to faster. From those early cinder tracks to today's high tech surfaces, from basic plimsolls to carbon fiber super shoes, rubber has been there every step of the way, pushing us to run faster, jump higher, and dream bigger. Remember, my rubber hearts, it's not just about the technology. It's about the heart and the determination of every runner who steps onto that track. But a little rubber magic sure doesn't hurt. That's all for today's episode of My Rubber Heart. If you enjoyed this rubber field journey through running history, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with your fellow rubber hearts. And remember, whether you're sprinting or marathoning, life's too short for flat soles. Keep bouncing, my rubber hearts.